Grading system. What is alternative grading system? Alternative grading system is an ungraded evaluation. Non-graded evaluation do not assign numeric or letter grades as a matter of policy. This practice is usually based on a belief that grades introduce an, an inappropriate and distracting elements of competition into the learning process. 6. Alternative grading system. The 6 alternative grading system can help educators can explore several alternatives to the traditional letter-based grading system. Each alternative method offers benefits that warrant consideration. The following approaches shift the learning focus and foster students' development. First is the mastery-based education. Mastery-based education helps students master a set of skills appropriate to their grade level. Once students become proficient in a skill, they progress to the next level. For example, is in the math class. Students may work on mastering the multiplication table. After demonstrating competency a designated number of times, they move on the another skills. Struggling students don't get failing grades. Instead, they continue to practice concepts until they grasp them and then move forward. Teachers give students updates on their progress, including what they still need to master. As long as students help to pick up the skills they need by the by the end of the school year, they can advance to the next grade level. This allows students to progress in their own pace. Fast learners can advance quickly and excel, while slow learners have the time they need or have the long time to come up. Next is the pass or fail. Pass or fail grading system are straightforward. Students either receive credit of a class or not. This binary approach allows students to work forward as long as they complete the work that exceeds a failing forehead. The pass or failing grading system can explore pressure on students to earn high grades. This pressure can get in the way of learning. In some cases, grades can tempt students to cheat. In others, it can make struggling students withdraw and stop trying. These outcomes result in missing learning opportunities. A pass or fail approach shifts the focus away from grades and eliminating using grade as a reward. Instead, learning is the reward. Shifting attention away from grades redirects students, for example. Students who might forget extracurricular activities in an effort to get all A's in a traditional grading system, broadening their idea of what school success looks like. The pass or fail approach can also maximize competition. Rather than tracking who earns the highest grades, students can spend more time reflecting their own learning process and goals. For struggling students, the pass or fail system offers needed relief and gives them room to concentrate on what they need to work on. Next is the live feedback. Live feedback involves giving students constructive criticism and advice as they work rather than receiving an assessment at the end of an assignment. Students receive guidance and input from their teachers while they work. The live or feedback approach emphasizes collaboration between the teachers and the students. Teachers help students along the way, responding to individual students' needs. Students feel encouraged and guided when they don't immediately understand a concept. The live feedback has the added advantage of giving teachers important insight into students' learning on real time. This allows teachers to better gauge what materials to review in a lesson and how to pace instruction. Self-assessment. Self-assessment are another way to track students' progress. Students consider the goal and the learning objectives relevant to an assignment and then evaluate their work's quality in light of those standards. Their self-assessment identify their strengths and weaknesses, giving them a chance to see how they may need to improve. Self-assessment is reflective. By establishing their measures or performance, students monitor their learning process. They also gain ownership of the learning. Self-assessment allows students to become problem solvers. The process shifts the focus from end result to process. Digital portfolios. Digital portfolios are multimedia collections of student work. They showcase students' learning and skill and allow teachers and students to curate students' best work. Students explain their own portfolio pieces. This allows them to self-reflect. Additionally, portfolios offer a holistic way for teachers to assess students' progress. A portfolio typically includes works from throughout the courses of the school year. Choosing a representative pieces over time lets students reflective on the learning process and note how they've grown. Portfolios also given students various opportunities to demonstrate their rich learning objectives and standards. For example, although the students may not have performed well on an exam about literary analysis, they can include a project in which they skillfully analyze gamification. Gamification in education involves applying game design concept to learning in a way that tracks students' progress. It turns mastering the skills and subject matter into a game. In doing so, gamification offers a fun, motivational alternative to letter-based grading. Gamification, for example, teachers can replace letter grades with point system. Students allow students collect points for various achievements. Points can buy students badge and show their mastery of concepts or skills. This approach converts homework and class time into opportunities to advance. As in a game, the process can be inspirational. Standard test scoring. Standard test scoring is usually represented as a number indicating how well a child performed on an assessment. Standard test is a form of test that requires all test takers to answer the same question or a selection of questions from common bank of questions in the same way and that is scored in a standard or consistent manner, which makes it possible to compare relative performance of individual students or group of students. There are three types of standardized tests. First is the achieve, aptitude, and diagnostic. Cumulative grading system. Cumulative grading system is a system of calculating a student's grade in a class that counts each new assessment and its assigned weight in a cumulative fashion throughout the year. This system is widely used in traditional grading setting. One thing to note that these grades are not generally weighted in this system. Average grading system. Average grading system, the grade of the student in a particular grade period equals the average of the grade obtained in the prior grading periods and the current grading periods. An average grading system is based on the average of what the students receive over a set number of items. This is more widely used in a standardized based environment that is proficient based.